Hey traders, good morning. It's Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room. And in this, we call these a weekly recap. This really isn't. That's a misnomer today. I'm going to share with you some developments, additional tools, additional concepts, and things that we have added to the room. It's almost like Stock Index Trading Room 2.0 or 3.0, definitely a much more advanced method of trading in our trading room. We've been busy, been very, very busy, and it's why we haven't been able to consistently do weekend updates along the way. But I want to show you what we've been up to. So again, a new indicator and a new concept that helps us on an immediate basis when entering the market. Some ideas, tools, and things like that. I've titled this Exploiting Pure Order Flow, Trading Order Flow with Momentum. I'm going to talk about why that's important in a minute. This is from September the 17th. That's a Friday. And I'll be honest with you, Friday wasn't our best day in the room. Both Tuesday and Thursday were really, really great days. And if you were to watch this video and then apply our tools to that, you'll go see why that was true. But anyway, this my policy is to do Friday, and I do Friday when I do a weekend, because let's face it, there are some days that that aren't as giving as other days in the room. So, but we did fine. We had a great day on Friday. We just had better days earlier in the week. So let's make this legal. And I'm going to ask, if you've never seen this, please pause before you continue, read through this, and then come back and join us when you're finished. Thanks. Order flow and price action. One single concept lies at the heart of all successful trading. That's a pretty broad statement, but it's true. And it's simply this. This is the statement. Price must follow order flow, and it does. Price follows order flow. Not volume per se, but order flow. Or if we want to state that differently, order flow leads price. Either way, when we use order flow to enter the market and trade, we most likely find ourselves in front of future price movement. Now, if that sounds like something you're looking for, then stay with us. We're going to add momentum, trading momentum, trend strength, order flow acceleration, whatever term you want to put with it. We're going to add momentum to the formula, and that simply increases odds of us being, one, at the right place, which is important, but at the right time, which is fun, to capitalize on order flow that moves price. See, in the Stock Index Trading Room, every tool, every concept, everything, every breath we take has to do with determining where is order flow, and then how we can add other factors to that to achieve a really high level of advantage in our trading. So let's look at a chart. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Exploiting pure order flow, trading order flow with momentum. If you have questions, shoot me an email, support@stockindextradingroom.com. If you want to come and join us, go to look at our, I think it's a 6-minute video that tells you basically who we are and what we're about. And there's a nice discount coupon at the end of that video if you want to take advantage of that. It's worth 6 minutes. And but look through that. If you want to come and join us, come and join us. If you have questions, ask us. Again, this is from Friday, September the 17th, 2021. Our blue vertical line is the market open. Now, our smart Renko bars, smart price band, trap trader oscillator advanced, which we have quite a few postings on about. Smart momentum, which is the tool we're going to sort of combine with this. And then here's a new look for you. These are trap trader oscillator. We call these needle bars. Okay, so now we have delta order flow bars that are just tremendous in our trading to give us an advantage. And now we have the ability to read order flow actually within a bar. And I'm not going to go through a lot of detail with that today. It takes a bit of time and understanding. We talk about this every day in our room and teach this principle in our room. So, but anyway, everything, World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell, 25 or so, maybe longer veteran of successful trading, World Cup trading champion, and on and on and on. And we're fortunate to get to use his tools, and he looks over our shoulder. And anyway, I'm going to show you what we do. And if it's something you want to take advantage of, stuckindextradingroom.com, come and join us. So what we're going to use today, I'm going to talk a little bit about trap trader oscillator and some things in here. And we're going to use smart momentum with trap trader oscillator to find examples of order flow and momentum that are in agreement. And when we find those, typically we have not only price movement in a certain direction, but rather quickly, okay? Rather quickly, which I think, if we're going to be honest, we're all going to be interested in that. Would you agree? So the market open, this happened maybe too quick to execute, and I'm not going to go through winning signals in here because it happened too fast. We're going to start with our first read over here. And I'm not going to recap signals or anything like that. Today is just about showing you how we combine things to help our members get on the right side of what's going on. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you, you're probably aware of this. We use, we call this a trap trader oscillator or a TTO hook, where the market goes up and bounces off this midpoint line, okay? So this tells us that order flow is very strong up. We have all of this selling in here against up order flow and against up momentum, okay? Well, these people are going to get bamboozled, and of course they did. So you can trade from the congestion, you can trade after the breakout, but it's just this simple. Order flow is up until we start cycling below our midpoint line. And then you can see the market starts to come down. And then we use this signal in trap trader oscillator. This is screaming. Order flow is so strong up here that trap trader oscillator can't even think about getting to a neutral area. And again, we have this trader trap, this delta bar. All of these people are fixing to get hammered, just as these folks did. Okay, these folks got hammered, boom. These folks got hammered, boom. And that's often the fuel that's needed to move trades in our direction. Okay, so that basically is how this idea works with trap traders. And now we're going to enhance that a little bit. So the thing I want to bring to your attention is simply this. We're going to look at smart momentum, which is in the middle panel here, and look at a concept. We call this a TTO hook, and you can see how good it is at talking about future direction of the market. We'll look at this in a minute. It very, very seldom gets on the wrong side. And when we add it to momentum, we're really surprised when we see something like this and it doesn't respond in our favor. So here's the teaching for today. One of the things you'll notice is you see all of the red dots are typically below our midpoint, this yellow line in the middle of this panel. This is everything to reading structure in where we are. So when we see a red dot above this yellow line, we're pretty excited. We're pretty excited in the room. When we see a TTO green dot above the line, that's a TTO hook. Okay, green dots mostly live below. When we get them above, they're pretty good. Okay, green dot above, that's pretty good. green dot above. We'll see in a minute how that works out. And when we get that matched with a smart momentum, this is such strong trend strength up here. This red dot so far above, cycling up, just nothing. These people are so wrong. Just nothing to get this to move against this continuation here. There's just nothing to do that. Now I'm going to show you the needle bars and how they work. I can't go through a lot of signals here, but anyway, one of the things you see is you see this bar, this needle bar. And if you're looking, we're down here at the bottom panel, okay? And we have an engulfed or an outside bar that takes out both green and red, okay? Well, with momentum up and order flow up and bar to the bar order flow breaking out, that's gonna break out that way. So anyway, that's just what it did. Conversely, we get a green smart momentum dot. Okay, green dots are above. That's where they're supposed to be. This one is below. Huh. Well, that says we should go down, and that says we should go down, and that says we should go down, and we went down and down and down. Okay. We look at our needle bar. We get an engulfed bar here. We get one here. We get confirmation that's happening. And then what we do in a room is we trade hooks. What happens, and I know you're aware of this, but I'm going to repeat it. The market goes up to find sellers and down to find buyers, up to find sellers, down to find buyers, all day, every day, ebbs and flows, wiggles back and forth. So what we're doing in the room is we're just trying to figure out, do we want to buy dips? Yes. Or do we want to sell rallies? Yes, yes, yes. Buy dips, believe it or not. So we're going to come here and look at this. I'm going to show you 2 or 3 things and we're going to be through. But I am so very proud of this and honored to show it to you. Red dot above, what do we do? Y'all know that by now. Red dot above, what do we do? Go up. Red dot above, what do we do? Well, it doesn't look like this is going up. But our order flow is up. Okay, see all of this red, all of this denotes selling in here. Well, that's cool if it changes order flow and momentum, but it didn't. Order flow and momentum are up. So all these people are going to get trapped. Okay, and we take this a little further. Oh, my. Okay, 5 minutes after the trade, 5-point winner. So we talk about probability to extend after 7 points without a reversal starts to diminish your returns. So we have a lot of our members that like to just trade for 5 points and then get on the sideline. Okay, so that was the first thing that happened. Now this is counter trend, but I have people that argue, well, you know, we could do all of this, and that's exactly right, we could. Okay, so let's look. What are we looking for? We're looking, this hook is pretty cool, right? Red bar below with this, we call this a TTO trap with a rocket. To me, when I named a rocket, it just looked like when I had this green dot and all this red coming out, it just looked like it wanted to blast up. When I had this red dot here and all this green coming out, this red dot here, it just looked like rocket fuel to move the market in our favor. But let's go over here and look at this. So here we have, I'll do this for effect, okay? Here's a green dot below our yellow line. Those are not hard to find. Yeah, red dot above, we're going up. Green dot below, which way are we going? Green dot below, down, 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 down. Green dot below, which way are we going? Yeah, we don't know that, okay? The odds are probably 95% in our favor when trap trader oscillator has hooked down. Smart momentum has hooked down. You know, these are pivot retags. This is our best signal that we have in the room. All of this is saying down, 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 down. Order flow from 5 different features is saying down. Well, price has to follow order flow. We add momentum to it and we get this type of market action. It just explodes in our favor. Okay. So you can look through this. Here's one that says down, green dot below. This says down a little bit, right? A little bit. I've got, I think one other thing that I want to share with you. And you can look at these. Market sort of gets choppy in here. Down, 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 a couple of points down. And we get some wide resets. We've got a lot of ways to trade this in here. This is one of our favorite, all-time favorite for 5 points. This colorful phantom that's also a TTOX if you follow our work. Let's talk about this for a second. This is kind of cool. Here we call this a coiling action off Trader Oscillator. We get red and green dots that are just right on top of each other. Okay. And order flow is breaking down. Order flow is breaking down. Now we don't have smart momentum confirming. Okay. This is one of our weak Batmans. It's got an ABCD down pattern, whatever. But anyway, in the middle of this, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Order flow is down. We get traps on both sides here, but then we get this trader trap right here. Order flow down. This tells us that this is more likely to go down than up, maybe a bar or two, maybe 20 bars, we don't know. But so there was the movement back into it. Normally when the market gets in this kind of congestion, it's going to take a bit of time for it to resolve itself. Now, a lot of traders don't like to wait. We get a breakout and then we trade the residual, and that's okay. We understand that. Here we have what? Red dot above. All right, let's go back and look at this. It's not any harder than this thing. We have a red dot above and we have green dot above here. Well, which way does the market go when we get that? I think y'all know by now, right? 4 points. Counter trend, probably. How do we know? Well, we don't know. We don't know. All right. So just some congestion in here, not a lot going on. I do have, right here, I want to talk about this. This is probably our best long-term tool we have in the room. Okay. So here we come down and we get, we probably get a sell here. We get a sell here. We get a weak Batman here. So, we have signals that are saying if you want to trade a lot, then that would be the way to trade. But here we have a situation, and I'm going to mark this. It's going to go on. This freaks a lot of our members out, and maybe you too. And I'm going to show you what we do in the room or how we view this in a room. Okay. So here we have a situation that the market just takes off. Well, markets almost never bottom this way. Okay. Turns are tested. We come down, we retag. We call these pivot retags. We come down, we retag, we come down, we go up, we retag, we go up, we come down. Now, sometimes we get in what we call the battle of the pivot retags in the room, and we mark those for you. And you can either stay away from those and then trade the breakouts, trade the residual. It breaks up, we get a reset and it goes up, or something else. Just leave it alone. It's just up to you and your goals. So here we have, it's not quite what we want here, but we've got a signal that people that are anxious would have to take this, and it's not a bad signal. Okay. So, but let's look and see what we have here. What is this? It's a green dot below. All right. Which way does the market go from there? Y'all know, here, down. Where's here? Down. A little or a lot, we don't know. But we have this virgin pivot. We call this a virgin pivot. And we have this virgin pivot that we're 90% certain that the market's going to come and revisit. So we don't quite have Trap Trader Oscillator giving us what we want, but we do have a smart momentum hook. Okay. And then we break under. Okay. We get further along. Now, we'd like to get a reset, right? But since this just was no resetting here, open zone, it's probably going to work through that fairly easily. We have an entry right here on our needle bars. It's the only one I'm going to show you. But when momentum is down, trap trader oscillator is order flow is down, and we get this situation. See, this took basically, it took stops out. It penetrated 3 levels of what would be resistance, and came up and came back down. This is just a trap. This is just a lot of traders trying to buy this in here for whatever reason. I can't, sometimes you can't figure out why they would be working against this, why they would be working against order flow, but they are trying to sell it. And when that goes 6-7 ticks and comes around, momentum is down, order flow is down, immediate local support and resistance is down. So that's an entry, a continuation that works brilliantly for a couple of points. And you can see this move was greater. It came well past our virgin pivot, but knowing that that's over 90% likely, you probably would want to find something that makes sense to take advantage of that. Okay, now I think that's enough. We can, I'll thumb through here and I can find situations. Green dot below comes down in this chop, red dot above, it goes up in that chop. You can just let that, you can let that guide you all the way through. Oh, here's a nice situation. And I will finish with this. So here we get, you know, we get a breakout from this up, up, up. We get a breakout. We come back and we pivot, retag. We test this here and here. This is our, we call this a perfect reversal, pivot, retag with a rocket, colorful phantom. Adding all those base theorem would say this about 97% likely to go down. Now, I don't know that this signal is that high, but stacking probabilities, that's what the statistical formula says. And what do we have? We have a green dot below our hook line, a green dot on the hook line, okay? Well, that's saying down, not only down, but down and down, okay? We get a needle bar engulfed. We get an old school colorful phantom with a rocket. Just all of these factors in here are telling us this is where we're headed. Now we're in a downtrend in stocks right now. We opened the room Tuesday by saying, this was a quote from me, stocks appear to be in trouble in the US. But trend move, according to Aaron Elliott and Charles Dow both, is this sort of grindy, wham, okay? And counter trend moves tend to be, you know, fast and furious, but the markets tend to grind or cycle or oscillate in the degree of the trend. So that's helpful to some people and not to other people. Let me take this out of the way. And, you know, here we can see a green dot below. Here's a red dot above, it goes up a few points. Here's a green dot below, it goes down a few points. Here's a red dot above, goes up a couple of points at least, maybe more. Here's a red dot above with this hook right here. Seems like that got trapped. It did. I was trading that and it happens. So anyway, so that's how we're using smart momentum to get momentum on a trade. Trap trader oscillator to read order flow, and we put momentum and order flow together. You know, we often get stuff like this, and so on and so on. So be aware of virgin pivots, be aware of tops and bottoms that are not tested, because that's not normal market action. So this was Friday, just a long-term look at the chart. This, since it is subjective, probably will appeal to advanced traders substantially more than novice traders. But I think if we're not at an advanced level and understanding the market action, we all want to be there. So exploring pure order flow from Friday, September the 17th, Stock Index Trading Room. If you want to join us or find out more about what we are, go to our website, look at that short video. If you have questions, email those to us. And on behalf of World Cup Trading Champion Rob Mitchell, I'm Steve, and all the members of the Stock Index Trading Room wish you the best in trading, and we hope to see you in the room soon.